Hey guys, it's Shannon with True Crime with Shannon, and I'm back with another video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I really appreciate it if you would. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell, that way you'll get notifications every time that I post a new video. And also, if you like the content, hit that thumbs up button for me, that like button, I really would appreciate it. But before we even go through any of this stuff, so let's do our missing person real quick. And actually, I wanted to purposely put this one up here for a really good reason. Here is Jolissa Fuentes again. And yes, I did just post a video on missing person Jolissa Fuentes. But I'm posting this with this Kiely video because after Adventures with Purpose searched and found, sadly found Kiely Rodni inside of her vehicle in Prosser Lake Reservoir, they went over to Selma, California to look for Jolissa Fuentes. And if you watch my video, or been following the news, you've learned that they did not find her in the 3 days that they were there in that area. So this is good, but at the same time, we still don't know where Jolissa is. So this is her missing poster, and I do recommend you watch my previous video that I just posted on her, because that gives you a lot of information on her and the current state of where things are in this case. But let me read you guys the missing poster. That way you guys can be updated, and please do share this poster out. I've shared it all over in my community tab as well as on my Twitter, and I always link to my Twitter here. So if you're on Twitter, just hit that retweet button so you can retweet the poster. That's all it takes. Just takes like a couple seconds. Okay, this is again missing 22-year-old Jolissa Fuentes. She was last seen Sunday, August 7th in Selma. Okay, now this gives you kind of a timeline here. This particular poster, they last saw her around 4 a.m. and that was when she was spotted on a surveillance camera at an AM/PM convenience store. And this is her vehicle that she was seen in, her 2011 Hyundai Accent. And there's a dent above the passenger side above the tire. And also this was a pretty recent information here as well. So this poster, there's many other posters, and just share one. It doesn't matter which one you guys share. But the reward is up to $10,000. But again, this is Selma. This is Jolissa Fuentes out of Selma, California. And let's bring her back home to her family. She's been missing, I believe today is day 24. And we're about to enter the Labor Day holiday weekend. So wouldn't it be great if she was able to come home to her family for the holiday weekend? I think it would be really amazing. But if you see anything or know anything about her, please do contact the authorities or call 911. That's all you need to do. And you can be anonymous. So if you know anything about Jolissa, please do contact the authorities. Okay. Now this is Adventures with Purpose's YouTube page. If you're not a subscriber, please go over there and hit that red subscribe button, because you need to be subscribed to Adventures with Purpose. They are amazing, and I'm getting through their videos. They have so many amazing videos. There's just allotment of information and great stuff going on. So let's check out their preview, which you can see, and I'm going to link to that here as well. This is the preview for the video, and I will show a bit of that, but I don't want to steal their content, so I'm not going to show you too much. But I want to discuss what was talked about in this video.
Is missing her 16-year-old daughter.
Tomorrow marks 2 weeks since the Truckee teenager disappeared after attending a party at a campground.
She was either hungover or just had a really rough day. She looked distressed.
When do you think that this took place? He parked his van right here, facing that direction. Her vehicle was parked right over here. I have set a radius of 10 miles around Prosser Creek Reservoir. We're going to work hard to clear Stampede, Independence, Boca, and Prosser Creek, all within that 10-mile range. I've just located in the corner of this cove here a target that I cannot identify. 18 different agencies, over 19,000 man-hours have been put into this. I'm a firm believer in second chances. However, some things don't deserve forgiveness. Taking the life of a 16-year-old deserves zero forgiveness. Our job is to be here to find the where.
Confirm. I see the vehicle and the license plate. We have just found Kiely's vehicle. Over.
Crews say the weeks-long search for 16-year-old Kiely Rodni is over. The search has focused on the area around the Prosser family campground. It appears now to have come to a tragic end. A dive team says they found the missing Honda CRV that belonged to Kiely Rodni along with the body inside.
They found it in the Prosser Creek Reservoir near the campgrounds where she was last seen more than 2 weeks ago. ABC 10's Monica Coleman joins us live in Truckee.
The investigation remains very active and law enforcement officials are remaining tight-lipped. The private search group Adventures with Purpose notified law enforcement officials that they discovered a body that they believe to be the missing 16-year-old Kiely Rodni in her silver 2013 Honda CRV with matching plates. Kiely has been missing for 3 weeks, despite thousands of tips and numerous hours of search teams on the ground. Dozens of law enforcement officers closed off the Prosser family campground after the discovery on Sunday. Officials with the Nevada and Placer County Sheriff's Office along with the FBI are assisting.
So I wanted to, like I said, I played a bit of, just a wee bit of their preview. Their full video for AWP Adventures with Purpose hits for everyone tomorrow, which is Friday. As this video is coming out, this may be Friday morning, so that would be today, which is September 2nd. They raise a lot of questions regarding what exactly happened to Kiely. Are we talking an accident or foul play? I'm going to be discussing some of my suspicions, some of my thoughts on what AWP's video seems to put to my mind, put in my mind here. And, it really made me think, because originally once they found her and the search team found her and they stated that she was in the water, and seeing some of the, we had some wonderful YouTuber creators that went out there, a couple at least, and they showed how dark it truly was out there at Prosser, and seeing how easy it could be for someone to go toward the water and miss the turn to the to the right, and instead go left or go straight into that water. So it doesn't seem impossible whatsoever. And throughout the video that of AWP's actual video on Kiely, you can see many locations, not only in Prosser, but throughout some of the other parks that's really possible. And especially Prosser was major with that. So if you don't want to hear any more, theories or whatever, please do pause here and come back once you've seen the actual AWP video. So other than that, I'm going to discuss some of my thoughts and go over some of what I believe could be what's going on here. Again, I'm not law enforcement. I'm not anything official. I'm just a little YouTube web sleuth, as you want to call it. And as everyone else, I have my thoughts and my theories, and none of it is fact. It's all just my, my thinking, throwing some stuff out there, and I want to hear what you guys have to think as well in the comments. So please do let me know, what you think, if you agree, if you disagree, let me know. But okay, let's discuss some thoughts and theories of what really happened to Kiely Rodni. So I have questions when it comes to this roadside assistance. For those that watched the video, a gentleman named Nick approached the AWP team after they had left Best Buy when they were still in Nevada, before they went to search for Kiely. And he stated that he had a roadside assistance call. He believes he was a little confused on the exact timing, if it was Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because he works weekends. I guess his roadside assistance job. But his girlfriend or wife, I'm not sure which one it is at this point, was able to confirm with him later that it was Saturday because it was her birthday. So he is stating that he had a call for a battery call, a roadside assistance call, on Saturday around 11 a.m. near the Boca Reservoir, which I posted the map here as well, because you can see all the area there. You've got Boca a little bit toward the middle, and then you have Prosser kind of underneath it, little catty corner there, and then further up you've got Stampede. Apparently this whole area is considered a Stampede Reservoir in the Tahoe National Forest Campground. So he stated that he went, and it was a blonde girl and a guy wearing a San Francisco hat, and he had acne or something to that effect, and she was having issues with her battery. And she said it felt a little odd, the vibe, and that basically they ended up figuring out, after everything was working out, that the vehicle was in neutral, so they were able to resolve that. It just got a little bit weirder for him as well, because the girl asked him about putting her seatbelt on and all that sort of stuff, so it's really odd. And she was not too keen on being too close to the guy. So, like I said, we believe this is Saturday morning. He states that, according to his truck that he drives has cameras on it, so his company has that footage and all this record and information, and I'm assuming at this point that law enforcement has it. And I believe, from what I understand, AWP has it or has seen it or is aware of it. My question is, if this is Saturday morning around 11 a.m., this would be after this party at Prosser. Was this Kiely, or was this somebody else? Because if we are to believe that in this accident theory, that she left the party in the dark and somehow ended up in the water, how would she still be around in the area at 11 a.m. on Saturday? So I kind of wonder. I mean, I hear from folks that they believe this was a AAA call, and you may have to show ID, but both of Kylie's friends, you've got Kate, and of course, actually all her friends. You got Kate, Mags, and Sammy. They're all blondes, and there's actually a video that I've seen with the news footage of later on with Jagger and Kate searching in Nevada, near Reno, Nevada, for Kiely. So who was this that made this call? Was this Kiely, or was this somebody else pretending they were Kiely? Jagger later posted on his socials that she never called AAA. So I don't know how he would know that either way. But this is definitely a question that I have as far as this goes with this roadside assistance call. Now, I'm going to get on to some of her friends. Again, I don't want to talk too much into them because, they're young folks, but what I wanted to just mention is, you've got up top there, of course, there's Sammy with Mags in the first photo. We'll discuss Sammy a bit further, but and then the bottom, of course, you've got Jagger and Kate. What's interesting is, I don't necessarily think this means that it was him that was there, but the tow truck, the roadside assistance driver did mention that the gentleman, the guy who was with the blonde, had a San Francisco hat. And of course, we know we've been seeing Jagger wear a San Francisco cap. And so that really may mean nothing. But he also said the guy had a lot of acne. And all the photos I've been able to see, which is not many, but of Jagger, he seems to not have any kind of issues with his skin at all. He's got no acne, so I don't necessarily believe that that's just because he has the San Francisco hat. And then Kate, of course, because she's she's with Jagger when they were searching out there in Nevada, and she's yet another blonde, and she mentions, of course, in the interviews early on that earlier Friday that she and Kiely were making creme brulee, which A lot of us have come to understand that that's not necessarily a baking thing that they were discussing. And then up, of course, with Mags. She supposedly is Kylie's best friend, but again, we don't know too much about Mags. She does, I've seen photos, she does have, you know, acne, but that's not what the roadside assistance driver mentioned. And according to Mags, she arrived at the party on Friday, and she stayed for about 10 minutes because 3 guys were trying to get her to, you know, take bong rips, you know. So apparently she wasn't there very long, and she met her boyfriend and apparently left. So that left Sammy and Kiely. So at this point, and Jagger was supposedly in Nevada during this time. And from what I understand, at least on Friday night, that has been confirmed again, though. I don't know that for 100% sure, but that he did say he was not in Truckee during that party. But yeah, so, you know, it's hard to say. But again, all 3 of these ladies are blonde. So if it wasn't Kiely that called for roadside assistance, that's definitely something that made me think for sure. And we've got Sammy, who very much put herself into the entire search and case from the get-go. From what we know about Sammy, she claims she was the last person to see and speak to Kiely the night of the party, and they were drinking out of the same cups, drinking the same things, and they went back and forth to Kylie's vehicle a few times. And she, of course, did that interview with American Dream Chaser, seemingly to know everything. So again, that doesn't mean that she did anything, but she's definitely one to put herself into a situation for sure. But, you know, again, I don't know. I mean, but she's definitely, something about her is, you know, a little bit off to me, but again, you know, take that as you will. But, yeah, she's 18, and I don't necessarily, I think that Jagger's over 18, and I don't know about Mags and Kate. Maybe some of you guys know, if you can let me know in the comments. But I definitely know that Sammy was 18. So, yeah. And, of course, we have the vehicle, Kylie's 2013 silver Honda CR-V. This was the top photo, would be the photo the police released. They state that that was the best photo they had of her vehicle. Again, Sammy did not describe this vehicle completely well, but that may or may not be anything that means anything. But these are some good photos. And the reason I have the last photo on the right is when they discovered Kiely in the vehicle, AWP, they mentioned that she was in the back. Now, Jared later on confirmed when he was on another panel on another YouTuber on Zabby Girl, she was not in the back seat, guys. She was in the back of the car, which means this is a photo of the back of a 2013-ish. This is either 2013 or pretty close to it. A Honda CR-V, and of course it has that top part. But that means to me that she was in the back, like, trunk area. Even though her vehicle was upside down and did what AWP calls the turtle. I don't know. I mean, could she have really ended up, if she drove this vehicle into, you know, the lake, like, you know, the accident theory, could she have taken off her seatbelt and ended up not getting out of the car? And mind you, the back driver's window was down, and there was one other window that was down. I know that they said the driver's window, I believe they broke that out when they pulled the vehicle out of the water. But could she have been trying to escape and not get out of those open windows and somehow ended up in that back? From what I gathered from what AWP seemed to be from their few words and the look on their faces, to me was, this was highly suspicious. So I suppose it's possible, but, you know, are you truly going to end up from the front seat and you're going to your car's going to flip, and then you're going to end up all the way, not only in the back seat, but you're going to end up all the way in the back, like in your trunk area. I don't know. That seems a little bit off to me, but let me know what you guys think in the comments about it. So, and of course they said the vehicle was in neutral because those wheels were moving. So this is definitely a, there's definitely a lot of questions to, you know, in my opinion, more than there are answers. And I know the autopsy is going to definitely give us a lot more answers to see if she had water in her lungs or not. Was she conscious? Was she alive when the vehicle entered the water or not? Of course, the toxicology will give you more answers. Was she really drunken on anything at the time? So, again, a lot of questions, and I don't know how many answers we're truly going to get if the family decides to keep that out. But I suppose if it becomes a criminal matter, that could be a whole different sort of thing, for sure. The reason I wanted to show the end of this, we've seen some news footage of this, but this really does show. Do you guys see the wheels? We've seen the back wheels move, but you can actually see the front wheels move. So that means that this car was in neutral. And from what I understand, unless I'm incorrect, they can't change the gear of this vehicle once it's been submerged. So does that mean that Kiely's vehicle entered the water in neutral? Does that mean she did not drive it into the water on her own? So the idea, the thoughts of this being not an accident, or seeing all this from AWP, really starts to make you wonder, you know. I'm starting to think this wasn't necessarily an accident after all. Was there someone else in the car with Kiely? Did someone put her vehicle into neutral and push the vehicle in? I hate to start putting out these crazy ideas, but to me, this is looking more like, you know, not an accident. But let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comments, and I would like to hear what you guys think. Let me know. Do you think that this is an unaliving? I'm trying to be YouTube friendly here. Or do you think this was still an accident? I was thinking it was more an accident, and now I'm leaning the other way. I'm thinking it's looking a little more suspicious to me. It's very suspect that it's not so much of an accident. So what happened that night at the party? What happened? What happened to Kiely Rodni? Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. After all this, I definitely recommend you hug your family, especially if you've seen this video. It's heartbreaking, it truly is. And my heart goes out again to the entire family of Kiely and all her close friends at this point. Again, thank you guys, and most of all, stay safe.